for invocation, please, if you would bow your head, and we've got so many things going on this world, let's just find something to have some kind words for to ourselves. Thank you. Madam Pro Tem.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Susan. Will you give a special presentation? All right. Any addition, deletions to the agenda? Item 5, Paul.
Item 5, it will be a special presentation at the December meeting, the 6th of the year.
Yeah.
We'd like to add a second closed session for potential litigation.
Okay. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt the agenda with the deletion of item 5, special presentation, and under 17, call it 17B, to discuss litigation also. Motion? All in favor, aye. Those likewise, motion carries. Consent agenda, any additions, deletions, corrections? And Susan sent out today that you added some more minutes to what was in the original one. That's the only changes that were there. Chair will entertain a motion to adopt.
Make a motion.
All in favor, aye.
Aye.
Opposed likewise, motion carries. Item 7, budget ordinance amendment. Jim, number 4.
This is our fourth budget for the fiscal year. In the Harmon and Field Fund, we've been out there, there's been a lot of activity, a lot of good things happening. The Harmon Field Board got a 5-year loan for a lawnmower and bought it in South Carolina, so we don't get the sales tax back, so we're adjusting it for that. It'll be a 5-year loan. We're also transferring money from the general fund. We got on the open air gym, we're working with the Fine Arts and Crafts, taking that unused 800 square foot area, and they're taking the front portion. And when we were out there, we discovered that the walls were like plywood, and the 3 exterior walls, so we're replacing all those. And so the Harmon Field Board had just now got money from the fire that occurred, and they got it rebuilt for less money, and like about $24,000 for restoring that. We applied for a grant from the Polk County Community Foundation, asking for the difference. They gave us $25,000, and so $30,000 for the wall. I have sent out some applications that are still pending. The Rotary Club came in with $2,000, so they're going to pay for the picnic tables for the screened in porch area. That's improvement. We also got a donation of $1,000 for a bench out there, and so that's the revenue. And the capital outlay is basically $57,000 on the open air gym, buying a park bench, and then capital equipment for the lawnmower. And that's what the Harmon Field budget is about. The general fund is appropriate fund balance, which will be transferred to the Harmon Field. We also, on the agendas, I shared with the council that our dispatch equipment was failing. The county's upgraded their equipment, we did not. And so I met with the fire chief and the police chief and approved a purchase order. This will basically solidify like the finance that we did talk to Home Trust Bank. They're going to give us the same interest rate of 4.25 that we got for the lawnmower for Harmon Field. On the fire department side, again, they're going to split the cost of that equipment between the fire and the police departments. And then we got debt service, and then we're going to use interest earnings as a source of funding for both the fire department and the general fund to cover those loans. And then the water meter fund, as you know, during the budget this year, we had money invested. When I was here 15 years ago, and the water meter fund was still there with Tribal Trust, so we're gonna appropriate money out of the fund balance to continue to replace old meters and registers. So we're actually putting money to good use now. And so that's the budget amendment, we're asking to approve a budget ordinance number 4 for the budget for those 4 funds.
And that's different from item 8,
Okay.
different from item 8.
Item
Is that
8.
part of item 8?
Yes, it is. I could have probably moved it around. So if you approve this, you're approving the money for the capital equipment.
Just want to make sure you understand that this
Right, 7 and 8.
motion comes 7
Yeah, I'll
and 8.
put 7 and 8 together if you want to.
Yeah. Make a motion.
Move, okay, all in favor, aye?
Aye.
All opposed likewise, motion carries. Thank you, Jim. That lady called me about a bench, and I referred to Jim. And he had an answer right away.
What we're gonna do is I'm working with different forums that's helping on the grants is, like the bulletin here. They like to get pictures of people that donate benches, because a lot of people in the community like to know how they can help out in town, whether it be downtown or Harmon Field. And so they like to get some pictures and how to make contact with the town on making a donation. And now's the time to purchase equipment, because the manufacturer, a lot of people wait till the spring to start ordering picnic tables and benches, and you gotta wait for 2 months to get it. So, we do have benches coming, they're already ready to be picked up. For Rogers Park, we have 4 new tables down here with 16 metal chairs like we have downtown. And then we've got 4 metal picnic tables coming to Harmon Field. 2 of them are paid by Woodward.
Harmon Field's really looking.
It is. Yep. Item 9, update on audit financial statements.
Okay. As you know, when we're on the unit assistance list, along with 136 other cities in the state, a lot of towns are late on their audit. And one of the things I shared with the state treasurer when I was at the finance meeting is that the mayor and town commissioners here, you want to see the audit report done in a timely fashion just as much as they do. So I put it on the agenda, and it's going to stay on the agenda until the audit report comes before you. But we had to go to the LGC to get approval to purchase the 3 police cars, which, anything over $50,000. And so I was on a Zoom call with them. They didn't have any questions, no negative comments, which is good news from them. Also to Sharon Edmondson, who has been the chief executive for the local government commission. It was pretty hard for her to maybe yell at us about where's our financial statement. Their financial statements are due October 31st for every public entity in the state of North Carolina. As of now, only 17% of the entire cities have completed their audit by October 31st. So it's pretty hard to get really mad at us. Secondly is only 8 counties out of 100 have completed it. That's 8%. But we want to get ours done. And one of the things that at the finance conference, I met with the LGC staff together with our audit firm and Greg Isley, who's been helping out the town on general interest accounting and so forth and bank recs. Rather than me passing a message to the state treasurer, I got all 3 of them together. And so they answered those questions that the field work for the audit has been complete by our CPA firm. Greg Isley is preparing the financial statements as I speak. When those are put together, the footnotes, Susan and I will be going through those, and our goal is we'd like to get it to your December meeting and get it behind us and basically be in the good graces with the state.
Ahead of the whole state.
Yeah. But it's, but I mean, when the chief said 17% have got them done, it's pretty hard. One thing that we do have, we're back on the agenda for December for the LGC. As you know, last month, rather than cutting back the Brayward Sewer project, because of the bids came in high, I requested the engineer not to do that, but to go ask for more money. We got approval from the state, Diener, to give us $612,000 more at 0.18% interest rate, which I get that's my mortgage, but anyway, it's gonna be like $30,000 a year for 20 years. But that has to go to the LGC as well, but it won't be on the same part of the agenda where we get on the unit assistance. It's gonna be on the normal agenda for approval. One of the things that statutorily, when you get money for a large project, they usually require the audit to be done. So our goal is to get the audit report draft, at least to the LGC before their meeting in December. And I don't see any problem getting through on that, that's our goal. But that's gonna be on the agenda, so you can update each month where we stand on the audit.
Okay, and that also verifies what we were told when we went to, I think it was Hickory, when they said there were not enough auditors in the state, the state's considering having an internal audit one year and then the next year a regular audit, because they don't have enough companies. They just don't have it, and the honest answer is, would you like 5 small towns like Tryon, would you like 1 large one like Ashland? There's no question about that, which one gives you the most money.
One that, you know, I learned in my career is sometimes you have to go to the top to get things moving. And so we turn all the paperwork in for the police cars to get approved. And they said, everything looks great. So I said, well, Susan, we're in. And the next day we got an email that said, where's the audit report? And so I sent an email to the top principal partner for the CPA firm. I think she was in California at the time, and she got back to the staff. And of course, I went into Susan's office, and she had papers everywhere because they got word that the audit's got to get moving quicker, and they asked for a bunch of stuff from Susan. And I stayed clear of you that day.
All right, thank you. Item 10. Application for funding.
Okay, this is from the, at the finance meeting, I met with the North Carolina Valley, and they shared with me 3 programs that they have available to small towns, but very few towns have taken advantage of it. One is they have programs that if you want to get grant assistance to putting grants together, like you shared with us, they'll provide each town up to $30,000 for grant writing. They also have a program where you can get $50,000 for engineering. So I'm asking for your approval now because I like to backfill this is Harmon Field, there's some grants out there we like to apply for. And my understanding, Harmon Field hasn't done a master plan in years. So I like to get money through this program to do a master plan at no cost to the Harmon Field Board. I want to work on that between now and December. They also have $10,000 available if you have attorney fees you need it for like legal acquisition of property, if that's the fee is for that. The law firm is Parker Pope for that. The only thing that you're required to, you have to use their consultants for all 3 of those endeavors. The attorney is Parker Pope. They have a grant writer they've hired. And they also have selected 6 engineering firms that you can get engineering money for. And the way it works, you can't pick the 6. You basically apply for it, they're going to assign one of those 6 firms to work with you on that project.
You like that?
What's that?
Is that a problem for you? You like that?
I can't.
Is it a problem for you if they do the choosing?
They do what?
If they
do the
choose.
choosing,
Oh, no.
Because they've all been vetted, right?
They've already done the interviews and picked 6 firms. So that saves that thing for us. I recognize 2 of the firms of the 6. Withers Ravenel is one of them, and McGill and Associates out of Asheville is one of them. The other 4 I don't recognize. But I would want one that specializes in park recreation master plan. So they probably would look at that and hopefully pick the right one to work with.
Chair will entertain a motion to authorize application for the League of Municipalities for any grants available.
I'll make that motion.
All in favor, aye? Opposed likewise, motion carries. Item 11,
So that's, Susan, you want to give an update on that one?
This is the property that, we had put for sale to the guy that had offered us $2,500. And we went through the process, Bill, we went through the process the second time, I've advertised him, put the for sale signs up, and we haven't got any bids on it. Y'all decided y'all would sell it.
Just the house on Cleveland.
Yeah, the little property runs in the park.
Big one.
so we have one bid on it, the time is closed, it's not been outbid, so we can sell it. With
So there
approval.
there were 3 lots there, right? I mean, one with a house still on it and then 2 other lots?
This is just one lot.
This is one lot that's vacant.
Tenth of an acre.
It's on the very corner, on the turn. It's a separate deal.
You can't build anything on a 1/10 of an acre, can you?
But he owns
The
the,
adjacent property.
yeah, the adjacent property, so combine them.
Chair will entertain a motion to accept the bid.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, then all in favor, aye?
Uh,
Opposed likewise. Item 12, TDDA.
Good evening. First, I want to say how much I appreciate the town, our fire, police, and public works have been incredibly helpful with all the events that we've had this fall. We had a great Halloween stroll, a number of Fourth Fridays, and then last month, our largest event was, of course, the annual Beer Fest. It was our most attended and most financially successful one to date. Still getting our final numbers in, but that was a huge effort. Thank you to Bill, thank you to Public Works, it was a huge committee. Nearly 100 volunteers that made that happen. It was very successful. The board of TDDA has dedicated all proceeds from the Beer Fest, once we cover our expenses, to tangible and visible beautification efforts downtown. So we're going to be applying all of the proceeds back into the town. Once we get that tabulated, got a lot coming up for the holidays. This is a Fourth Friday, so we'll be out there at the plaza. All of our shops will be open late. Immediately following that is Small Business Saturday, so I encourage everybody to shop local. After you've gotten plenty of turkey, maybe check out a Black Friday deal, please come down and check out our local businesses. TBDA will have a presence down there. We're offering complimentary wrapping to any gifts that you purchase and try on some giveaways. I've got stickers, so we should have a good time this weekend. Next weekend is going to be the Christmas stroll, December 1st, coming up quick. It'll again be like previous years, music up and down the street, carolers, plenty of festivities, and then the lighting of the Christmas tree. I would like to ask the council to consider shutting down Trade Street for an approximately 30-minute window on December 1st. The elementary school students do want to come and decorate the tree beside Morris. At some point between 11 and 1, they have not determined exactly when it will be within that window. So I will get the final time as quickly as possible, but they're still working with the kids' lunch schedules. So it will just be the kids walking down the street on December 1st, sometime around lunch.
We need to do that now.
And when do you want to close off the street? That evening?
No, we won't close for the Christmas stroll itself. This is just for the kids to cross the street to get to decorate the tree behind Morris. They have
Between Queen and Queen.
at some point between 11 a.m. and 1 p.m., the elementary students will walk down. They're not sure
How
exactly.
about if we give you a window of 10:30 to 1:30,
But yes.
but you only get to close at once?
Yes, it'll just be once.
Okay, good.
Okay, good.
Motion,
That motion.
all in favor, aye? Opposed likewise, motion carries. Just whatever time y'all decide, make sure that the police department knows.
Yes.
Item 13, mental housing planning.
Y'all have a really big update this month, except I can't recall if we talked about Shepherd Street, how Jim and I went to the auction at the courthouse. Nobody bid on it, so it defaulted to our ownership, I guess you could say. But apparently there was a 10-day period after that where somebody did put in a bid for it. So, I've reached out to the attorney handling the transaction, for the new owner, information. And I haven't gotten any names from them. I guess they gotta close the sale and all that. So as soon as I get that, I can send those folks the paperwork. It's ready to go on my desk to tell them they've got X amount of days to clean up their house. So that's the minimum housing update I have for that one. As you've seen or heard, the white oak fence on Newmarket was replaced this month. I wanted to shout out to Randy and Zach. Thank you from the Public Works, or they're on the Public Works Department. They were up there helping. I want to thank the Men Without Jobs that participated in it. And hopefully maybe in the springtime, after it's been cooking there for a bit, we can hit it with some oil and preserve it a little bit. I also have I have some derelict car and violation notices on East Howard to get cleaned up. There's a couple things on there, issues we gotta get taken care of, and I was gonna go around today and pull some signs off, because they've been popping up on the telephone poles, but the weather was a little inclement. So I will get to those next week and we'll clean them up.
Thank you, Public Works and others for getting that fixed. Thank you very much. Okay, item 14, manager's report.
Just a couple items. As you know, we got 3 projects funded, thanks to the help of State Senator Tim Moffitt and House Member Jake Johnson. Those projects are currently in the design. We hope to stay within budget. The engineer feels comfortable that we will have enough money to get all 3 projects done with Hidden Hill, Grady Markham, and Oak Street. And also too, Susan's contacted Diener on the payoff of the loan, the interconnection between Saluda, Columbus, and Triumph, for a payoff date of January 2nd, and then get that money back to the 3 towns and so forth. So that's pretty much my report. Any questions, anything else?
Have you heard anything on the Howard Gap? For one, are they even gonna put the bridge back in? Two, are they gonna fix the road just so much?
I was at the transportation meeting a couple weeks ago. Work should start on that, I think, the 13th. So it's gonna, the work of rebuilding it should be any day now.
Now, Old Howard Gap, that's way off.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah.
But the bridge is bottom here by
They're gonna put a
Supposed to be
bridge
by the
in
end
like
of
they
the, by the
did.
end of the year, isn't it, Tim?
what's that?
The one that cuts the bridge down here.
Yeah, the work will start on the repair, like mid-December.
Yeah, I saw that before.
And they're building a new bridge like they did in that style, that they're gonna dump a culvert in there and go.
I just know work starting.
Okay, Council Mayor, go with Bill Ingram, Bill Cole, Sherelle, and me.
Well, I'd just like to thank the staff and the folks that came out on a rainy night. I don't have much else to say.
Thank the staff and Tim and everybody who worked. And you went out and made me look good with the slip rat fence, even though I was out there. But no, thank y'all. Thank the citizens for coming. Appreciate it. Have a great Thanksgiving.
And congrats on the beer test too.
Thank you.
Well done.
I'll just reiterate what everyone else has said, and enjoy your Thanksgiving. Be safe.
Yeah, my instructions are to be with your family, and eat too much. Citizens' comments, if you want to speak, please raise your hand and make sure you give your name to our recorder. Yes, ma'am.
And I want to thank the street crew for getting an early start in our neighborhood on the leaves. It was much appreciated. There are just as many out there now as there were. So and they took care of the sidewalk below the Methodist church. For some reason, every year, their company blows the leaves down onto the sidewalk and blocks the sidewalk. And the town usually has to call the church and tell them that can't be done. And I think Tim was looking for the ordinance. Somewhere there's an ordinance that says if you actually hire a company to blow your leaves, they have to take the leaves with them. They cannot blow them down on the street for the town. So,
Thank you. Dr. Carson?
Yes, Warren Carson, East Side. With regard to the Cleveland property, I'm glad that portion of this continuing discussion has been resolved. As I told you in the beginning, had no real interest in the property myself. I am interested in the process, its clarity, and its consistent application when we have these properties that come available for sale. There was a last minute flurry of interest in that property, but everybody was confused about where it was and which piece it was. And I had several conversations with Susan throughout the day of the closing. But if there were supposed to be signs posted on that property, and I'm not sure it's part of the process, I'm just following what I was told, there were no for sale signs posted there. I don't go through there, but maybe once or twice a week. But there were no signs on the property. There was a sign on the door to this building, I'm told, because the lady saw the sign when she came to pay her bill and called me about it, and that's why I was trying to contact Susan. But in any event, let's just be mindful of whatever it is that the process says we ought to do, and do it carefully and clearly and consistently, and thereby avoid confusion. That's all I have.
My only question is, what are our requirements by law first? You know, offhand?
I don't know for the sale, but I mean, sign was put up, I don't recall which day it was put up, but signs, it's sitting up there now.
Okay.
I mean, I don't, yeah.
My question is, are we required to put it on the door, on the house, or stuck out on a piece of wood somewhere where everybody can see it?
Not required to do any of
That's
this,
what I thought.
but this is something extra.
But my part two of that was gonna be, if we have a stack of those, and just whatever you wanna call it, a foreclosure, is that what most of them are?
They're probably the town has taken ownership or whatever.
Yeah, something like that, you don't have to do it every time, just nail it onto that piece of property and the neighbors can see it, and that can eliminate some confusion.
Well, I think what Dr. Carson trying to make a point is, we wanted to get the communication out, and if others became interested, the town would get more money. If we get better, more interest.
I agree. Moses? Chair will entertain a motion to go into closed session to discuss personnel and litigation. All those in favor, aye. All opposed, likewise. Motion carries. Take about 3 or 4 folks. If you have any questions, let's just over in this room. We can lock the door.